as I can remember, I've had a dream. I'm going to call this my first dream. To be an artist for a living. To kind of just get paid to draw pictures, and I don't know, I think my first idea was literally just that I would sit in a room, I would draw my little heart out, people would just sort of throw money at it, not exactly like buying my art or anything, just sort of paying me to do it in general. I don't know, it's strange. The second dream followed shortly after. It was when I first watched my first X Games and I saw Tony Hawk land the 900. At that moment, I really felt like my next dream was to become a professional skateboarder. So I begged and begged and begged for a skateboard. Didn't get one for a while. Eventually did. It was a skateboard scooter combo. It was extremely heavy. The wheels were extremely slow. Like the bearings just did not turn. And it was all I had, but I loved it. I skated for years and years and years, and I mean, I still skate. I mean, you see me skating all the time. But that dream eventually sort of died out. You know, I was skating all the time. I was dedicated, but eventually, some tricks became too hard, and some obstacles became too scary. I just realized my shirt is inside out. So my next dream was to become a Halo player, an MLG star, professional everywhere gamer kind of thing, and then eventually translated into Call of Duty because that's what was popular at the time. And also a little sidecar dream to that was to become popular on YouTube because Machinima Respawn was really blowing up at the time, and I thought, man, I want to get paid to make videos and play games. So I would play all the time. I would run scrimmages with my friends, people I met online, and just sort of really practice at getting good at competitive play. I didn't have all the equipment to record videos at first. I didn't have a PVR or anything, so I would use whatever crappy screen recording software I could, make some Minecraft videos, some random Flash game videos, just sort of anything I could. And I would use a USB Rock Band microphone to record the voiceover. And at first, I would just kind of be like, "Hey guys, it's me, Blank Fog. Welcome to my gameplay commentary." And that was just not good. So that whole that time span of that dream taught me a lot about how to kind of address an audience and make videos really well. I wanted to make one-clip edits, montages, gameplay commentaries, more analytical game content things. I don't really know. I would study other great players. I would study other great YouTubers in that space. It was like school almost. Like I would just analyze the crap out of the people I wanted to become. And I tried a lot. I pretty much torrented every program I needed to use to edit everything. Eventually I did get an HD PVR and an HD TV. Started making videos all the time. I made videos for myself. I made videos for a team channel we had. I was recording gameplay for all of my other friends who didn't have capture cards at the time. I was just sort of all over the place. And sadly, a lot of the edits I wanted to make were a little too hard for me at the time, and a lot of the opponents I wanted to play against were a little too scary. So at about 17, 18, I gave up that dream too. But they say hindsight is 20/20, right? You know, like now I can see every single aspect where I was weak. I could see every single thing that I could have done better to actually succeed at those dreams. For skating, I know I could have just pushed myself 1% harder. For the pro gaming and the edits, I literally could have just sat and learned a little bit more stuff. Just a little bit, and I would have been fine. I could have Googled anything I needed to learn. But instead I made an excuse. Instead, I was just like, well, this is hard. Oh well, you know, not for me. I was sort of expecting it to almost happen organically, you know? I was expecting it to happen organically in a way that just, if I wasn't naturally good at it, it wasn't for me. Or just because I wanted it bad enough, I wanted it more than anyone else, that the skills would just come through the universe's energy into me, and I would be good at these things. And that's not the case. I was weak. I was lazy. It was a huge case of being impatient. I wanted things now. I've continued to skate and to play games and to make videos through this entire time period. I'm 24 now, and a lot of these dreams started way back in my younger years. But even though I'm not really actively pursuing these other things, I think there is one thing that has ironically come full circle. So the dream that came full circle is I am sort of an artist for a living. We're making a video right now, an ad. This is the fancy guy get up, and it's interesting. We make videos, we make graphic design stuff, mixed media, everything. It's sort of just random. But it did come full circle, ironically, unexpectedly, unpreparedly. It all came full circle. So maybe the other ones will come full circle eventually.
What are you talking about?
I'm making a
You all better subscribe to Wesley's channel. You better do it right now.
I'm doing work in the town I grew up in that I never ever thought I'd be able to do. And it's really weird, honestly, like going to work every day doing this stuff. It's like it kind of feels like playtime. Some of it, is like stressful, some of it has deadlines, and like then it's more of a job. But doing this right now, I might not be making paintings and stuff yet, really, and like that's the sort of like artist I think I wanted to be. But I get to make art through video and graphic design and like mixed media stuff. I, like make ads and whatever. Like, it's mostly marketing, but it's still like art. I don't know, and it's fun. So looking at my stories, my past failed dreams, you could take a lot of examples of that from Stephen Pressfield's The War of Art or Seth Godin's The Dip. Both of these are pretty fitting, and I only know, I know that example now because I've read those books. Back then, I didn't see that these things were happening. So, but having this original dream sort of come full circle, it made me realize something. It made me realize that there's not really any arrival time. You don't ever sort of, like when you make it to a place where you really wanted to go. Like, it's not like you can ever just sit on top of it. You do it and you like succeed at it, you kind of conquer it. But then you're immediately setting new goals and doing new things. And so now that like I've sort of lived out the dream of being an artist, in some form, I have new ones. I have more clear dreams.